Become better at talking to people. Do you ever find yourself struggling to strike up conversations with new people? You're not alone. For many, the thought of initiating a conversation can be challenging. Whether it's the fear of awkward silences, the uncertainty of what to say, or simply feeling shy in social situations. But fear not. In this video, we'll share valuable information and practical tips to help you conquer your fear of talking to people and become skilled at enjoying lively conversations. So sit back, relax, and get ready to boost your social confidence. Well, for anyone struggling with conversation, there's a science to it, right? Struggling in conversations can happen for a few reasons, and it's totally okay. Sometimes it's because we worry too much about what others might think, which makes us feel nervous. Other times we might not know how to start a conversation or what to talk about, or whatever the reason. It's normal to feel a bit unsure in social situations, but there are ways to make it easier, and that's what we're here to help with. Heading off to the question that arises in every mind that undergoes the similar situation. Can we become a good conversationalist? Absolutely. The good news is that conversational skills can be mastered in any setting, be it professional gatherings, social events, or meeting new people. The science remains the same, whether you're a conversation lover or not. Let's dive into your first tip, setting your intention. What's that about? Indeed, this is often overlooked. Setting an intention for your conversation helps avoid those awkward pauses. Before meeting someone or attending an event, think about what you aim to gain or contribute. Are you networking, seeking romance, or just aiming for a good time? This simple step guides your conversation and prevents those uncomfortable silences. So, is it like having a game plan? Exactly. Setting your intention is like strategizing for the night ahead. Whether it's aiming to have a laugh or learn something new about someone, having a plan shapes your conversation direction. We also talked about the approach. What does that entail? Why is approaching such a critical step in our journey of becoming a pro conversationalist? The approach is crucial. It's about how you initiate and engage in conversation. Whether it is with a warm smile, an open-ended question, or active listening, your approach sets the tone for a successful exchange. When we think about starting a conversation, we often focus on the first words we say. But research tells us that our first impression actually forms when we see someone, not just when we hear them. So, the best conversationalists begin making their impression from the moment they approach someone. Time for a quick tip. Before you start talking, make sure your body language is friendly and open. Keep your hands visible, shoulders relaxed, and wear a genuine smile. Your smile is like your first line of conversation. It sets a warm tone and makes the other person more receptive. Now, about those opening lines. Forget about fancy pickup lines. The simplest and most effective opener is just saying, "Hello, how are you?" It's friendly, easy, and universally liked. Once you've greeted someone, look for what we call conversation sparks. These are little cues that show someone is interested and engaged. One universal cue is the eyebrow raise. It shows curiosity and encourages more conversation. So, when you're chatting, aim to bring up topics that make the other person go, "Oh, really?" These are the stories and discussions that capture their interest and show you're really listening. And remember, it's okay to start simple. Just set your intention. Maybe you want to get to know your in-law better, and let the conversation flow from there. When you're trying to keep a conversation flowing, asking questions is key. Look for common interests, like favorite restaurants or vacation spots, to find those sparks of connection. When you hit upon something you both love, like a shared hobby or interest, you'll see that eyebrow raise, a sign that you've struck a chord. Ending a conversation might seem tricky, but it's as important as initiating it. Just as your first impression matters, so does your last. A simple trick is to make a future mention. Ask about their plans for the weekend or later in the day. This shifts the focus to the future and gives you a natural way to wrap things up. For example, if they mention a hike they're planning, you could say, "Oh, well, it was great chatting with you. Have a fantastic time on your hike." Now, if you want to make yourself approachable at a party, watch out for the pivot out. When people are engaged in a conversation, but their bodies are angled outward, it signals that they're open to others joining in. So if you're chatting with someone and you want others to feel welcome, angle your body outward too. It's a subtle yet effective way to invite others into the conversation. To make yourself approachable, it's important to physically signal openness. One effective way is to pivot outward towards the room. This shows others that you're open to conversation. And it might go without saying, but it's essential to put away your cell phone. When people see someone engrossed in their phone, they're less likely to approach. Instead, engage with your surroundings. Have a drink in hand and position yourself where people naturally gather, like near the bar or food. This makes it easier for others to strike up a conversation with you. Actually, it is about making connections possible. Therefore, whenever you are at a meeting, be prepared to network and make new friends. If you like our advice, please leave a mark in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with more useful tips.